Crossy, obviously last game of the season, out of finals contention, but what else are you playing for this week?
Yeah, definitely playing for pride. It's been an up and down season for us. There's been some great moments during the year that I'm really proud of the girls, and then there's been some times that we've let ourselves down. So it's a real opportunity for us to go out on a bang and on our terms this week.
Obviously, start of the season, as you say, was with a bang. It was really great, and then maybe a little bit of a drop-off. Where do you think that pride is at the moment, and do you think it's high?
Yeah, look, I think our confidence took a dent through the year, and I look back, at moments throughout the year. I think the Parramatta game was a real pivotal moment for us, and even at the time, I thought it might have been a big one, but it's ultimately proved to be a massive moment in our season, leading sort of 10-2 with 6 or 7 minutes to go, and then losing Racine through a HIA, and then we leaked 2 late tries and lost that game 12-10. And I think from that point, at times we've struggled to mentally get back up for games. I think it took a lot out of us that day. We threw everything at it with an understrength team and didn't come away with it. So dropped a few off the back of that, and then win against the Warriors, which was good, and a really good sort of first half against the Cowboys last week. But ultimately, the back end of games has let us down, which is a bit of a mental toughness thing and a concentration thing, which I'm certainly looking to address in the off-season.
A young team, sometimes you had a few suspensions and a few injuries here or there. Do you think, just 1 or 2 games, it could have been a completely different story?
I actually do. I think if we win that Para game, it's untold confidence off the back of that. And look, there was a few other games this year that we really let ourselves down in that we possibly could have won. The Para one was sort of an obvious one. But look, that's not to be. I'm not sort of the type of coach that tries to blame injuries or incidents. It is what it is. I think you generally get what you deserve in rugby league, and I think this year we probably did end up with what we deserve. I think we're building, there's no doubt. I think everyone you speak to, you can see a tangible difference in the type of footy and the toughness that we've got, but we're just not quite good enough at the moment to make that last 70 minutes, and that'll be our real focus, getting a real physical and mental sharpen up during the off-season and coming back. A couple of new recruits to come in, and hopefully we can just keep building.
Last year against the Knights, Dragons proved that they can, play in big moments and ended that 11-game win streak. Do you think something like that could happen again?
That's the plan. That's what we're hoping for. So we'll see. That's the Knights they've earned their spot, and rightly so, in the finals, and hopefully they've got one eye on next week already. And this is just a game they've got to get through injury free, and hopefully a bit of complacency might creep in. That's certainly what we're hoping for. But we're going up, treating this like a really important game. The girls don't want to go into the off-season having lost, the last game of the season, and it's always firmly in your mind when that happens. So, we're going up with a really good attitude and a real good intent around winning our last game of the year.
How will it be won?
Yeah, look, I think we want to use the football, definitely. We want to... Tegan Berry's had her best 2 weeks of the season, the last 2 weeks, and young Tori Shipton's come in and challenged defence each week. So certainly we'll be looking to move the football around, and hopefully it's a dry track and we can show the NRLW, I guess, what could have been for the Dragons in season 2025, and a bit of a snippet of what's to come in 26.
Just going to say, obviously the season hasn't ended just yet, but are you already looking towards 2026?
Yeah, that's been a big part of the last probably 10 days or so, is reflecting for myself and Sammy Bremner, and working out where we might have missed the mark, key personnel that we need to bring in, certainly a number of players that we've got our eye on, and the recruitment piece is difficult. There's some retention at the moment, that there'll be some players that go, it's never easy. There's some really great girls here, and that won't be part of it next year. And like I said to one of them yesterday, it's never personal. It's always around what's best for the footy team and the club, and we certainly wish all our departing players the very best going forward.
Those conversations get hard when you get used to seeing these girls week in, week out, and you get to know them.
Yeah, really difficult. I caught up with one at lunchtime today, and absolute professional, great person. I've loved coaching her, and but again, that's the business we're in now, and the NRLW is becoming a bit of a beast now. It's only getting bigger and bigger, and these are the things that I think these young ladies have got to start to realise now, is that we're not playing Tasha Gale anymore. This is like NRLW, and you sign contracts and you get paid quite well now, and but that also means that you do get critiqued for your performance, and at times that means that you don't get re-signed, and that's the nature of professional sport, which is where this is heading. And but certainly from my point of view, I really value relationships as a coach, and it's never easy telling people that they won't be here. So that hasn't been fun, but we've also got to look to the future.